Hi, everyone. Welcome to the BPC Community Weekly Show. We didn't have our normal large show on Wednesday, unfortunately, so we wanted to go ahead and give you an extra special show today. We brought in Earth and some other high-level members of the community, and we're going to do a nice follow-up of the raid, a good debrief, what happened, what changed, all the stuff that you've been missing and hoping for this week. We're going to give it to you in one big lot today. Let's go ahead and go down the panel and see who we have with us. We've got our good old friend here, Earth, the Tiger Kitty. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Just chilling.
All right, as we've labeled her now as Chat Bitch. She's going to be monitoring the chat for us and making sure that we keep the wheels on this bus and not just going over the cliff. We have Medusa. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
All right, we got Chuck. What are you doing, Chuck? What's going on there being an admin on the BPC page?
Oh, not much. We try to stay off the admin and the BP page, but everything's going good.
You don't like your 75 different reports a day on posts?
Man, if you multiple, I had a chick walk through there and she multiple reported so many posts within 5 minutes. I just banned her.
Well, don't piss off the admins, gentlemen. Stuart, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good, mate. Thanks.
All right, and we got Christopher with us. How you doing? To Chris. I didn't even catch what your in-game name is. We want to welcome Chris. I don't think I've seen him on one of these shows yet. And we've got one new guy on here that I don't know his name. He just jumped in at the last minute. Go ahead and introduce yourself there, Steven. Apparently he has no name and he has no face. This is the international man of mystery. There he is. How you doing? What's your name and what's your in-game name?
Modmick01.
All right, thanks for joining us today. We got a nice full panel. We got a lot to talk about. I want to go ahead and thank right off the top of the bat our good friend, the BP Professor, for sharing his slides. Even when he can't be on the show and can't do it, he still likes to give back to the community. And here we go. Let's go ahead and start from the top. All right, everyone. Let me make this nice and big so I can see what I'm doing. Straight from the top.
He must be getting lots at the minute because he's so happy.
I'm trying to do a new leaf. Sometimes I hear there's too much negativity on the BPC show, especially from yours truly. So we're going to try it. We're going to only bash on Kickside when it's absolutely necessary or when they've earned it. Don't worry, we're not licking any boots today. We're going to try to just give it a little more sunshine up your ass when it comes to talking about Kickside. Just a little bit. So let's start with some of the big changes in the game, some of the things they supposedly fixed after the raid, tweaks, changes, corrections. First things first is that new weapon was not apparently hitting underwater, even though it had submerged damage stats. Does anybody notice that when they build them? Anybody go ahead and just get those things out in the water quickly?
It didn't work at all when it first came out, but yeah, it is starting to work properly now.
I do want to take 1 second and just say LFA. That's the best comment I've seen of the day. It is a Steven Inception here on the podcast. So welcome to the Steven Show. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to actually see anybody play with them yet and really see that stat. So I'm going to have to go with the community's word on that. But it's good to see they fixed it. Just surprise, surprise, something didn't work after the raid. All right. Fixed a case where a fleet that was being repaired on the world map could still be attacked by another player. Did anybody have that problem?
Yeah.
So were you coining that repair and they're sniping it and having to coin it again?
Yeah. Wasn't very happy. But of course I piss a lot of people off, so it happens a lot to me.
Big target over your head means big damage, so you got to play both sides of that coin. Once again, it seems like they're starting the habit of fixing things a little quicker out the gun. We used to complain about things sitting around forever and ever and ever and ever. Seems like they're getting a little bit better on that, so hopefully this is a new leaf for them. In-game stats of the Draconian Coax turret have been changed to correctly display the firing rate of the countermeasure portion of the weapon. What was going on there, guys? Fill me in. It's been a busy week. Anybody have this? Anybody see it?
There's just one stat on it where it was just the stat for the actual weapon itself. So it wasn't showing the correct reload rate for the countermeasure part because they do fire at slightly different fire rates.
Nice. All right, they continued on the change of tweaking some weapon build times. We have both the crossbow and the torrent missile system. I assume this is all 1, 2, and 3. They've had their build time reduced. What do you guys think about this? Crossbow in itself is still powerful, but are we still using crossbows anymore? Are we still using Arbalest?
Nah.
Nothing at all. I think the time of ballistic is it's been on the back burner for a little bit.
I have to say that, to be honest, I think that what's really killed sort of like the crossbow in the past has been the insane build time on it. Because like a crossbow 3 used to be, I think it was 6 days and 15 hours or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
For one crossbow 3. Whereas now I think it's been reduced down to 15 hours, 9 minutes or something like that, with an officer. So it's becoming more relevant for people who've got it. I mean, it's good it would have been good if they hadn't changed it to be like the Arbalest and you still had to be stationary for it to fire, because then it would have been, useful as a prep weapon on some Crusaders or something like that, for example.
That's definitely true. Quickly, because we didn't have, let's say, some of large of our hitters on last week's panel. What do you guys think about the drop-in repair times that we've seen? Is it affecting your way you play your game? Is it a big cost savings for the raid? How'd you find that? Looking at you, Thunder Kitty, Chuck, looking at the big sticks.
Pretty much, I mean, I wondered there for a little bit whether or not it was much of a reduction until we started back this week, and I was like, I noticed that there's a major reduction in the repair. So I really questioned it at first because I'm like, Kicksai's the one that pushed Op 7, so that brought our fleet weights up. So, but all total, they did legitimately lower it, so it is a big bonus. Like a fleet I crushed last night was 35 coins. We repaired normally 450.
All right, Irf, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. Any reduction in repair is good for me, because I have lots of repairs to do. Because I like to annoy people a lot. So yeah, it's good. It's not a massive amount, but it's certainly going to make a big difference to the wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a new level of overall threat in the game. We have level Orange, DEFCON Orange. Wonk wonk. We're supposed to get these new bases. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having the damnedest time even keeping fucking armadas on the map. Let's get into these. What do you guys think?
I agree completely. We just managed to get the armadas going over there where we were at just a little while ago.
It's a grind, man. Go ahead.
There just doesn't seem to be enough armadas about, mate. There's just not enough around to bloody do it.
75s, no one ever touches them.
Well,
I
think something else you've got to sort of take into account here. Do we really need a threat level orange? Because in order to get there, you've got to hit so many bloody armadas to get there. Then you're going to be full anyway. So what's the point? Really?
Managed to get them open. We got the sector to come together to hit the armadas, and we managed to get open a new base. And when we went in there, it was a deathmatch. We died over and over just trying to get into the base. There's a new weapon in there. It's like explosive javelin with extreme range, and that thing hurts. It'll kill like most of your fleet in a couple of hits.
Kicksite loves their long-distance ballistic weapons that we have no counters to. They've done that in the past. It's kind of like, I don't know what they bring that out. It's kind of a constant middle finger to the community when they bring those suckers out. Like, here's a 300 range crossbow with fire. We're gonna stick this right in here. When these came out in the dredges, people were pissed, and then you would learn to adapt to it. So hopefully this will be something that we can counter. But I haven't had a chance to see it yet, so I'm taking on your knowledge.
A lot of people so far has been refitting with explosive and ballistic defense. There seems to be a ballistic cannon doing explosive damage. It's weird.
All Santa's toys in one big bag, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
Once I can actually manage to hit a couple, I'll try and make a video of best way of trying to do them. But like I said, I don't really think that it's something that's really going to be seen a lot because armadas are so easy to do. The amount of armadas that you're required to hit in order to unlock threat level orange is obviously massive. So everybody's just going to be full with uranium by the time they get to orange. So they ain't exactly really going to want to be hitting them.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't talked about that. Is what I'm finding is that orange to yellow drains so quickly, you can't really even get that uranium boost that you need. I kind of feel like they need to cut the time in half on both of them, both to raise to yellow and to get through yellow, or the amount of time that yellow is active. Seems like if you only have a couple people hitting those during a yellow period, it just draws back to teal so quickly you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is due to the amount of spawning, really. I think the spawn rate needs to go up slightly.
A 10-minute warning, here's your buzzer.
Yeah,
Get your ass on it or it's going to drop again.
Yeah, I think it's the spawn rate that's really crippling it a lot. For example, the sector that I'm in at the minute, you're going to get like 2 of them spawn across the whole entire sector, and the spawn rate on it's shocking. So you can only really sort of have them for like 20 minutes at a time, and then you're back into team again.
Just so you guys know, we've got people in comms saying the same thing, and I've experienced it as well in our sector that we're currently in. So.
I do want to say thanks to the guys in the chat. We've had a couple slow weeks here the last few weeks in chat participation, and it does help the show. It helps sculpt the show. We're here to talk about your opinions as well as our own. So keep them going. We are watching. We do pay attention.
Yeah, talk to Meds.
Yeah, talk to Medusa. She's got this thing. I'm just trying to keep the wheels on the bus. She's trying to keep everybody informed. Objective research system. We now have another little metagame out of our base. Like I said, it was a slow week. I played with it a little bit, got the first couple levels. But as I understand the gist, you have certain objectives, and you can speed those objectives up by hitting bases, and you're slowed down by getting hit. Just got added any punch to the game for you guys? To wet the whistle at all?
Just to clarify that, it only works if they're actually researching something at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the little orange icon outside the base. And you get 8 hours off for getting the OP, and obviously if you're hit whilst researching, you get 8 hours added on as well.
Mm-hmm. We are still looking at a 1.5-day bubble, so you can still get a day towards it every time you get hit. You're still going to keep moving forward no matter what, which I'll give you credit for that.
I just keep on hitting until it's done.
Mm-hmm. If you're a base hitter, this is a good Christmas present for you.
Yeah, I just keep on hitting until it's done, and it's all good.
All right. Anyone have any more comments on this first page before we move on?
Yeah, in chat we've got people not liking it as well. Not impressed with the new objective from Water Dog there. TSM, it's a hit me button. We've got George who says, okay, no negativity on the Kixeye people there, so I won't read that one out. Yeah, people aren't liking it really.
George says, screw them. Screw
Yeah.
kids. What George says.
I mean,
Alright.
to be honest, for what you get, are they worth doing?
They help.
I think it's 2% for each of the levels, isn't it? So, like the first one's 2% critical damage for all weapon types, which is, it's alright.
Yeah, but that's what a road cruiser for, isn't it?
But, it's 100k uranium. Well, more than that. I think the second one's like 140k in uranium. So,
I think the third one takes 6 days, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it's 16 levels of it, and it goes up in uranium cost. It is quite a significant cost. So, yeah.
All right, guys. Sounds like we're ready to move on a little bit. What did you guys think about Revenge Raid number 2? Difficulty, fun, vanguards, and prizes. let's start at the top. What do you guys think about the overall tuning and balance of this raid? I'm going to throw it to Earth to start, from the big player perspective.
I think the balance was fairly good. Obviously, we knew it was probably going to be a lot harder than the last raid. The addition of adding in heavy cruisers was kind of making one shot in it for very little damage kind of hard. It was still really possible to prep with subs, so it was still quite skill based. You could do it for next to nothing, and free in most cases. So yeah, I think it was balanced, but because of the time that it took to do that, it sort of negated from the fun of it, and with a lot of people wanting a lot of points, it didn't sort of like work out very well. I think it would have been better if they'd have just kept the pretty much exactly the same format as last time, and then I think a lot of people would have been a lot happier. But having the Vanguard spawn all week was good.
It was definitely a raid where if you had to do what you could to minimize your damage, no matter which way that was, whether it was prepping out HCs or sitting there and trying to snipe out the Savage Kodiak and some of the lots of the A's, so those Kodiaks weren't whacking you so hard. There were things you could do. It wasn't a speedy raid in any way. If you wanted to bang your head against it and go for it, feel free. Those heavy cruisers were monsters. I think they turned a lot of people off the first few days, just for the fact that you look at them, you try to run a traditional fleet in there without a prep, and it's good day, good night. Go ahead and fix me up. I saw a lot of people with some bigger toys than I could even think about swinging with, getting wiped in A tiers by hitting it directly. Pretty much everybody I knew was still prepping out that HC, unless you had another HC as your tank. Pretty much everybody was having to prep them out. Anybody notice too how, I don't know about you guys, but I was doing it with a single Tiger Shark because my wallet is sad, and I'm not going to drop it to build multiples in one go, and I'm sitting there. It took basically a full surface, I'd say about 70-80 seconds to kill an HC. This is with some Charons, some of the Scourge Torps, and some Bees for speed. So, I mean, it's 9 Torps, and it still took a hell of a lot of time just to kill one of them. They had really high concussive damage on both the Codys and on the HC. Anybody else notice that, or was it better with your full fleets?
Full fleet took quite quicker. It was 4 or 5 volleys, and it would die. But that's what I did with my 80s. I just went in and I'd take out Kodiaks and heavy cruisers with subs, and I'd go in with Rhinos and outrange the B2Cs. And it'd be basically instant repair for set.
This was definitely the raid for. I was using Frosty, 2 Fusion Cruisers and 2 Rhinos, and because of the range buff on the Fusion Cruiser, if I did it correctly, all Bs were pretty much instant repair kiting. They would get one volley off each in the A's. I think the A's were slightly faster, just enough that they'd overrun my range differences I had it built. I think my FCs are 28-ish, something like that. They must have been about 29. Anybody else see that? Anybody else trying to use that technique?
No, I tried to prep, but then I got bored, mate, and just rushed it. Like I coined it.
Was it a pricey one for you? Don't mind me asking. That cost you heavily, or did you find a good system for it?
No, I was using my Rhinos with a HC lead, mate. I was doing them for about 10 coins each, like.
Buck around $3. Yeah. So say $3 an A tier.
Well, no, 10 coins a tier. So.
Oh well, that's not bad at all. So you're looking like 2.8, something like that. That's a pretty good price point for you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at that point. At that point, sometimes you gotta trade your money for your time. This was a very time-intensive raid. If you really wanted to put your seat time into it, you could, but it was a grinder. I know a lot of people that were really sick of BP by the time this raid went away. Not they hate the game, just they couldn't. I took some time off after that raid, to be honest. I took a couple days where I'm like, I don't want to start this yet. I don't want to do a campaign right now, or I didn't even start my FM last night. I gotta do it today. So you gotta decompress, regroup, get your shit back together. Prizes. What'd you guys think? What'd you take? What was the I gotta get this shit today? The hot Christmas gift from Kixeye, besides a credit card bill.
I think the whole occasion is a lot of people's to get list. I think.
I took the regular. I couldn't get that last 10 million. Unfortunately, it just wasn't in the cards. But yeah, the Harlex is a beast. Especially if you were gonna. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I took the everything that I possibly could get, the Harlock, the new drac, the new hull, all that, and plus the Phantom Tiger. Since everybody likes the snipe, I figured I'd join them.
Hey, Medusa, did you say you got some active comments in the chat? You said you want to throw in here?
Yeah, it was, well, some of the guys here, oh, we've got Stone Monkey here, he's pointed out 60k for the ECM. Is it worth it now? Or was it worth it?
I got it.
Did you? Right.
Yeah, me too.
Did we say does ECM work for thermal, or is it just sonar?
No, it doesn't work for the thermal. That's what I wanted it for. I think hoping it would, or maybe a retro come out for that ship, which would help against thermal hopefully in the future.
I mean, if they do that, then it is the ship. That's why they've never dropped the price on it ever.
The trouble with the ECM, right? You know, it's good for if you've got Deluge Reapers or now Tigers, but it's so easy to kill. You know, because you can just kill it off straight away and make Deluge Reapers and Tiger Sharks obsolete just by having smart targeting on a long-range missile base. So
yeah, but if you want to prep out 85s and stuff, mate, then it's still got a use.
yeah, it's still got a use, but I don't. It's not really, to me. I don't think it's really worth the mil price tag anymore.
Yeah,
So
I was of the same mind, because I did think about it to go with my Reapers, and I thought, nah.
all right. Well, is there anything else you guys took that you thought was crucial? I said I got my Aegis. That's on my tree this year. It's gonna get built. It's gonna take 3 weeks, and maybe then some of these things won't hurt me as hard. That's pretty damn crucial. If you didn't come out of that with an Aegis of some sort in your ticket hold, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I took the top 3 and I took 5 of them, mate. Harlock calls.
It's good. Got them all around. They're usually pretty good. All right. Last question is the Vanguards. What do you guys think about the overall difficulty, structure, and what you guys got out of them?
There was a lot of shards in there again. I did see that there's a few more Hellstars that were dropped this time, which is nice to see. Yeah, which is always good. And as usual, the death sides are shit. So.
Yep, death sides are always going to be shit. I never understood the idea of taking a new weapon, try to make it an elite, and then make it go so damn slow that my dead grandmother could moonwalk faster than them to the target. Nothing's ever there. It's unless you'd like to make the water look pretty as it's impacting the empty dead water. There's no real point for it. There's your moment of negativity for the show, Jazz. It's not completely flipped over. There's still going to be moments. I promise.
I could almost auto a Vanguard, or almost do a Vanguard by myself. So if they made out uranium, I would have hit more of them.
Well, let's move this pain train along here, and let's talk about what they actually did tweak with the new objective research system and how they broke it down, what our levels are. Across the board, it looks like a lot of these are VXP rate, map speed. They give you lots and lots of map speed. That's always a good bonus. And some critical hit chances. Interspersed in here is we have some half tokens for Aegeus. You can basically do this all the way up, and you will get an Aegeus. Kind of wish I had known that and wouldn't have taken one. But you don't always have that level of foresight. And then we get some road crews interspersed in here to keep you going. What do you guys think about this and the structure?
It'd be alright if the remaining costs were a lot lower. I think this is available from level 50. I know it's something to do over time and it's research, research and stuff like that, but I think that the uranium cost is too high on it.
Yeah.
I know
The uranium costs too high, and the research time is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's level 2 research times over 3 days, and it's 140,000 uranium. So,
Let me derail for 1 second, because I'd be amiss if I didn't go back and say this. To the fucker that took the video of the Kicksite issue in the A set and put it on the forum with the question, "Is this behaving correctly?" You're a jackass. If you find something like that that's going to save the community money and you go drop it on Kicksite's doorstep, you're a piece of shit. To you, you are the most hated man in Battle Pirates. I'm sure everybody saw the hunt to find him. I do not encourage trolling or cyber harassment, but some people made his raid very bad. And just think before you post. Remember that you don't always have to go say everything. If they overlook something, well then, a favor in your behalf. If you go out and try to circumvent things, well then that's a whole different ball of wax. But if it just doesn't work correctly because they didn't test it, that's not your fault. Please remember that before you post. Back to these. Does anyone have any other thoughts about the rate of these, the uranium cost on this new research system, whatever you think, before I move it along?
It is expensive on the uranium. I mean, I did one last night. Next thing I know, I didn't realize it was 100,000 K, and it was like, bam, but it's going anyway.
So I can't do one with the 200 uranium I have in my base right now? It's not enough?
No.
You could start the first one with
You can't see my
100K.
sad face. You can't see it right here, but it's there.
it's 100k for the first level, 140 for the next one, and then it goes up, and it's ridiculous amount of uranium, really, in my opinion. You know, I don't want to be negative about it because you know it's a good feature. It gives you something to do, but yeah, it's just not.
Yeah, but for the second one, you're doing it, mate. It's just a hit beef stick, isn't it?
All right. Well, I think it's about time to move it along. Any other comments or concerns? I know, Chris, I know you're having trouble with your mic, and we'll work with you here. If you need to jump out and back, you can.
I do like the fact that I can speed up my research by hitting 50 bases in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Haha.
I'm enjoying that.
If you're going to do that anyway, it's nice to see they kind of... I'm not a base hitter. People know I'm not the biggest base hitter in the world, but if that's what floats your boat...
I just went around looking for bases with orange spots on and just matched them all.
I think they should get added with a locator, so you can find a certain base with that ticket, so you can just get your research down. Speed things up.
I think it's unfortunate for the lower levels because you've got that orange spot there, and that orange spot's going to make you a bit of a trouble.
All right, I think it's time to move this train along here. Now, as we always talk about what they added, we're going to lament about what's not here anymore. I don't have a slide for this. Guided missile system is gone. If you didn't get it, like myself, the sadness is apparent. It is rampant, and my heart is broken.
Mine too.
They left the blades just to taunt me the things that I won't get for another 3.5 weeks. But the guided missile system is gone. Usually, traditionally, January raid is a item raid, a component raid. Maybe it's going to make an appearance there, and they pulled it to make way for new tech. But it's still sad. Still sad. But we added some new stuff. We're back with a vengeance. Back with some new tech to play around with. We got anti-missile force. As Larry was so kind and wonderful to build these slides. It's got a little over 1 day with an officer build time per phalanx. I got a couple going on, about to go on my ages here. I think that's might be my plan. The combo special is it's got an improved accuracy and range for the previous phalanx. The build time is nearly twice what phalanx 3 is, making you pay for that new tech. Similar salvo efficiency as a phalanx 3, so pretty much it's going to perform around the same threshold. as we can look at the bottom here and take a look at it, I gotta crunch my numbers. The one slide I didn't pre-prepare on, yeah, 3 more salvos, relatively the same accuracy. The hits per second is pretty much doubled, so you have a better shot of getting those missiles. But once again, you only shoots at one missile, so if it misses, unless another one shoots at it, it's still gonna hit you. And it's retrofits with the countermeasure weapons category. So it is any work you've done on your countermeasures will carry on over to this phalanx. Comments, questions, concerns?
I noticed in the defenses, penetrating defense is 15%. I noticed that's 5% more than number 3, that only grants 10% penetrative defense. That's gone up a bit.
It doesn't make as big a stacking difference as you would think. I played with the numbers on the Age of Sun building, and it got it about 3% higher than if I had gone with anti-3. 5% more than anti-2. So I'm taking it more for the overall swarm missile capability, because we still have a lot of swarm missile issues, especially the last raid. This raid, as you saw, there was tons of stuff coming in at you, so that might help to knock it out of the sky a little bit.
See, I got three phalanx 2 on each of my rhinos, and I'm not going to take them off and put these on simply because of the weight, mate. It's not worth it.
The only thing that I can see these quickly, I'll say this on the 30U test. It's like I said on the Aegis, where you're not going to have much of a weapon system, but they are heavy. What were you saying, Tess?
Yeah, just had a comment from Grumpy in comms here. Just said that the guided missile is in tier 3, and it is.
I stand corrected, and thank you, Kixeye. Thanks. See, this is why we have the community to keep me when I say stupid shit. You call me on it, and we can correct it before it gets out there into the ethos. So, wow, that's great. Yeah. If I'm not fucking up, the show's not interesting.
Thank you, Grumpy.
Thank you. All right. Well, happy day. World is not as sad.
Thank you, sexy voice chat bitch.
Yes, definitely. No one wants to hear me or see me. That's why, somehow I lost the lottery, and my ugly face is now the face of ET, since me and Larry and we're the only ones that use cameras. So we do have the sexy voice in the shadows to pull us through. I'm going to move off the missile system, because we do have a lot of things to still talk about today. Explosive System 4. Has anybody gotten this yet in their roles?
Yeah, I got it.
Are you going to use it at all?
Nope. I didn't see the need for the first 3, and I don't see a need for buying this. I mean, the extra projectile speed's nice, but with my ship builds, I just can't see a place for it.
Yeah, this one.
I mean, it's better than using combustion. But yeah, because you're adding the spread and blast to it. But
I could see this as a scattergun add-on, and that's really the only one that's really hitting hard to me.
Yeah, I mean, really, rocket and mortars are kind of out of it at the minute. They sort of died off when Antipode come in, really. So
poor Gore Savers.
Yeah.
My poor
Gore
Savers.
If they brought this out a year or so ago, it might have had a use, but now I just can't see a use like.
All right. Well, it doesn't seem to be as hard hitting as I think Kixeye might have wanted it to be, so we're gonna move on past it. Down to the UAV battery. Energizes friendly UAVs in order to extend their chain count and their overall splash. The new weapon here in Elite Tier. It's a little over 2 days, so $10 if you want to speed this sucker up. Gets a 31% UAV splash bonus, so that even if they don't hit you, they're still going to hit you, and they add 1 more to the overall chain. Anybody pulled it, thinking about getting this, thinking about using it?
Yeah, if I get this is definitely going on my carriers. Just saying. I think it's really good. Giving that amount of damage and increasing the splash by so much as well. It's going to help out a ton.
Larry's got a good point on this slide. The splash will only affect the drac bombers, because they're the only ones that do splash.
Yeah, I was thinking that. So this only works for the new UAVs then?
This is tailored for the drac carrier. As you see here, it does have 100% potential damage boost from other hulls, so it still can be used in other ways. Don't forget your Harlocks, Atlas cruisers.
Is this only works with the drac bomber itself, or will it work with the rest of the UAVs?
The other UAVs still don't have splash.
They don't do splash, so you won't get the splash bonus. You only get the chain.
Yeah, you'll get that extra hop, which for those, the way they hit is still effective because they're more of a linger. As we've all seen, the new UAV we have is a flyby kind of weapon, so you're gonna get one more extra hop there on that. Still useful, and this is not in the UAV Systems Retro, so you cannot make it better. It is what it is at the moment.
But, yeah, I mean it's quite good. I'm quite upset that it's a 2-day special again. I think that 2-day specials should be kind of removed out, really. I don't think that anything should be over a day, really, special-wise.
I think Larry would be remiss if I didn't, since he circled it for us all. Does Kickstarter not have spell check? Because this is the second one of their new prize announcements, or new blueprints that have spellings in them.
Yeah.
Injurizes.
There'll be a hotfix soon, mate, for that.
Oh, we're gonna do a whole hotfix to fix the spelling.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, let's move this train of misery and horror along here just a little bit. And I keep trying to click on the wrong screen because it's just been a long day. Oil slick. This one just came out. There's different uses for it.
Asked about the UAV battery. Will it stack with power cells? Not sure off the top of my head, but I would assume that it would.
Yeah, I'm sure we could get Larry to look into that for us. All right, well, I'm going to move this along. Oil slick. Irv has a great idea on the use of this, but we'll go ahead and just run through it and then see what kind of use we actually have here. So you got to have an oil rig with tack slot 10 or the dock for this to be, to place it. I don't know people that have their oil rigs leveled up. Basically, the idea behind this is that when they kill a building and they go through this, it's going to radically increase their combat speed but drop their ability to turn. So there is a possibility to track people in corners or in chicanes in your base and make them choke up a little bit because they can't get through that turn. Heavy cruisers themselves are a pain in the ass to try to turn. I've seen some really slow HCs out there. This might slow them down, trap them up a little bit. What do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, it's likely that it's going to, but to me, I like to use missiles and redirect off of oil rigs that are in people's channels.
Mm-hmm.
So, it could help with having problems with HE. You have to be really sort of precise as to where you place them so you can't retarget off of them. But, if you put them in a chicane, you could wrap up some HE pretty nicely with it.
Did anybody say if this stays for the whole length of the battle, or is it a time? Do they take 30 seconds after you blow this up, or is it for the full 5 minutes?
I don't know. Mate.
Well,
And what
if someone in the community would like to, if anyone that uses them, builds them, and please put back on the BPC, on the Alliance Carrier, the BPC page, what you find out about them, how they work. It's nice to know before other people jump on them.
And will it be, if you kill them and then pop out the base and pop back in again, is the oil slick still going to be there, or what?
I seriously doubt it, which is why I'm kind of shying away from it, really.
That would be pretty cool, persistent mechanic if it did stick around, but I don't think that's the way it's going to work. We can hope. Maybe they can always change it. We'll see. All right, we only got 2 slides. We're going through it tonight. We're making progress. Still clicking on the wrong thing. Kickstarter's Weekly Screw-Ups, my favorite section. Don't worry, it's still my favorite section. Drac bombers don't hit underwater despite the fact that they say they have a submerged damage stat. Someone didn't do the QA. What do you guys think? Anybody notice it? Anybody see it firsthand?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times, but it's they fixed it pretty quick, so I'll give them a pat on the back for that, even though they did screw up in the first place.
They fixed it before the next raid, which more than 95% likely will be a scourge raid. So there'd be a lot of pissed off people if they couldn't use their new boats in the next raid.
Agreed.
And
there's someone in chat saying that the
95% likely will be a scourge raid.
Carry on, mate. Go on.
Go ahead, finish your point.
Oh, there's somebody in chat saying that the oil slick can be countered by a Frosty and an Aegis.
They're taking it as a AOE field effect.
Yeah.
That's kind of disappointing because I was on a. Tell you the truth, if you're going to give a mechanic and still have a pre-built counter that most people are going to use, it doesn't really make it useful.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Everyone's running Harlock Aegis. I mean, they've been running Harlock Aegis for 3 months.
Yeah, and before that they were running Frosty, so... Yeah.
That's what's been walking. I mean, it's not the hardest to do, but that's what's the guaranteed walk my base is. If you're bringing the Harlock, it's going to be a rough day for me. So I don't think that's changed, nor is this really going to stop them.
No.
The last screw up on the list is still going to be somebody has the YouTube playing in the background because I can hear it. The last screw up is going to be the difficulty of getting yellow to stay up there. We talked about it briefly in the show already. It's just too damn hard to get through yellow sometimes to get to stay there. It just doesn't. You can't get there. You can't stay there when you're there. Help us out a little bit, Kickside, because not everyone's. Some sectors with their population, I don't know if they have it built for density, but it just doesn't feel like it's balanced correctly for the number of active players at a time. You guys feel that way? If you're not on at peak hours, you're really boned.
Yeah, I think it is just dropping way too much, way too quickly. I can understand that they want it so that you're in cargo as well and getting it back up there, but really, it is a pain in the neck, really. And if they're wanting people to hit those threat level orange bases, they need to sort of do something about it.
Yeah,
Maybe next week. If Kickside does it and steps up for the hotfix, we can talk about armadas on this page. Kickside breakthroughs and fixes. Things they've done that we like. Unfortunately for Kickside, it's a little short of the list today, but we'll say the raid difficulty was well balanced. There's a little bit for everybody. If you had friends that could prep it, you could prep it. It wasn't as much as a slog as I think some of us thought it was going to be. You guys agree with that?
Well, it was. It wasn't really. I think it was quite well balanced in the fact that you could sub out a lot of stuff and use good strategy, but I think that it did turn it into a bit of a grind fest.
I brute force A tier.
Mm-hmm.
No prepping. I brute forced every A tier I did.
Yeah, same as me. That I just got bored of it, and I was just like, sorry.
Yeah, agreed.
I think definitely there's a lot of burnout that happened over that raid. Well, that's the end of the slides. Unfortunately, we don't have the sexy lady pick that he usually has, so I'll let you imagine it.
We could find a sexy lady pick.
Somebody could, but we'll move it along. All right, so let me go back. I'm gonna go look at these show notes and see where we're gonna take this bus from going over the cliff. Did anyone find it surprising that there were no build tokens in that last raid?
Yeah.
There were a lot of people that were there. A matter of fact, we have one here that was upset about it. That there was no build tokens.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that were planning on doing that. They were going to, drop the build tokens, coin the last few days, drop $15 or $20 or whatever they wanted to get that new toy done. And I think Kickstarter lost a little money by that. Sometimes when you meet us halfway in the middle, we're more willing to reach out across that divide and give you our hand, give you our wallets, reach in there and give you that money that I don't like to give you. If you put the carrot in front of me, Kickstarter, sometimes I'll bite, and you miss an opportunity. That's how I thought about it. If you're gonna give me all these new boats, give me a chance to build them. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite upset that there wasn't some of the limited tech in there as well. It would have been nice to get some of the bits and pieces that we had last time, like the what's the special for the speed and the concussive defense. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, that would have been good. So
Well,
yeah, some of those other bits and like the gales and stuff like that.
The unlimited stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of people missing the scatter guns as well. They wanted the scatter guns in the raid.
yeah,
That's what
definitely.
they're saying in comms. I missed them too.
I missed them as well. If you didn't get them swimming in that first time they appeared, then it's just a rough day for you. I still need to go back and get more. I just don't have time to do it. That's the sad and honest truth. I just haven't found that, it just hasn't worked into it where I can have time to grab them. Anybody else?
I think Christopher's mic's out or something.
Yeah, Christopher's been having mic issues, as I realized my boom has not been out the whole time, so if my voice has been weird, I apologize. Better late than never. Christopher's been trying to talk something. He worked fine in pre-show, and his mic disappeared, so yeah, you love and you learn, you come back. Speaking of that, I don't think there's going to be a show next week. I don't know if people are around on Christmas if they want to bullshit. If we'll field it to the crib, see if they want to have a Christmas party. I will technically be around at least for a little bit, I think. So if we want to make it a short one, a catch up, do whatever. We'll see. Same with New Year's. New Year's might happen. I think Irf and I are in talks about possibly doing a New Year's show. Is that right? New Year's Day. So, sorry.
We'll see what people want to do. If we've got a few people that are interested in coming on, and we can.
So we'll play this. We'll keep that fluid. We'll play it by ear.
Were you going to take these gifts over to them?
It's Christmas. Welcome to Christmas. I know it was Chuck or it was Steven. I want to say to if Medusa you guys want to have any more comments or concerns, it's kind of that time we're about to do our wrap up. We've been about an hour, so if you guys want to have sorry, it's been a long day. If you have anything else you'd like to contribute, anything you want us to talk about, anyone wants to say fuck Steven, there's 3 of us up here to choose from. Anything you want to say, now's the time to say it. We'll get you worked in before we finish.
Yeah. Hot chicken and an oil stick, that'll do, won't it?
There we go. Look at this man. He's going above and beyond the Call of Duty for the rest of us.
There you go.
Here's your oil slick. She's swimming through it. She's coming for your OP. Watch out. Just snipe that launch pad. She's coming. She wants that nice big rocket. It's the low-hanging fruit. All right. Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat? Does it feel like a week to Christmas? Does that feel weird to anybody? December has flown by. I don't know about you guys.
It is quite, it's flown by quite quickly, I must admit. But I'm all ready, so it's all good.
Same here. Anybody, any questions from the chat? Anything you guys have on the panel? Anything you guys want to talk about? Throw it out. Anything on your mind? This is where I would usually be the fuck kick size segment, but it's Christmas cheer.
Yeah, shards, mate. I'm sick of the friggin' sight of them.
Sick of not getting enough, or sick of only getting them?
I've been doing those Vanguards for two raids, mate. I've got 225. Why couldn't they just give us a shit?
How many? I'm sorry. How many do you actually have now?
225.
There you go. You got 25 more, and you never have to see them again. Now here's the question: is if you have the ghost crawler or the shards, are you still gonna get shards? Has anyone tested that? Has anyone seen that?
No, not that I know of. But I think shards is the next thing, as you've got the Aegis coming in with shards that you get to earn. I think that's going to be a new system of getting ships now throughout the month. Just getting shards to be able to put them towards a ship.
Grumpy Pirate has a great point. Are we getting a Christmas gift from Kickside this year? Was it last year or 2 years ago?
2 years
2
ago.
years ago, because it didn't happen last year and everybody bitched and complained. I think they gave us $10, and they're like, here you go. Or it's $5 or $10 for people you have for logging in on Christmas. So you don't have to give you away from your family, but press the button. You never know. Someone might want to put in the forums. One of these people that.
I think that the reason that they stopped that was because loads of people made it tons of alts because you could send the 100 gold to your main account.
Well, you can't transfer gold like that anymore. You have to buy gold to transfer.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe it'll come back. That one actually was. I remember that. It was a fun little time. You came on. You're like, hey, they didn't fuck me today. It's a good day. And I remember I went out and spent it that day. I think everyone was on like 2 a.m. on Christmas because kids are asleep, families asleep. Somebody's drunk and they want to go blow stuff up. And I know people that burn through those really quickly and then put more money on just to go dick around. So it wasn't a bad idea, Kicksai.
Right, I had a query in comms from Candy Apple. What are the best specials to use on scatterguns?
Earth, you want to fill this one?
Sorry, I was away from the computer.
Scattergun special.
Right. Yeah, what's the best to use? That's from Candy Apple.
I don't know, really. Anything with extra splash is going to help with obviously giving you a larger area where you're going to be doing some damage. So, the new explosive special would work quite well. That gives you extra damage on that. An extra speed, projectile speed as well. So, something like combustion system or the new special would be good. It's really all about the splash, really, that's going to help you out with the scatterguns.
Nice.
I wound up putting that new FM prize, and it was in top tier, on my heavy cruisers. I built 2 heavy cruisers with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that really works.
Nice. All right. I think it's about time to wrap this sucker up. Anyone got any other things you want to talk about? Go under the line tonight instead of going drastically over like we do every week.
We'll just another oil slick pick.
Nice.
There you go. Another oil slick pick for everybody. Why not?
I won that stupid oil slick. I can't believe it.
Alright, I think that's us, isn't it? I think.
Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and throw it on out of here. So I want to go and thank everyone for coming out tonight, all our community, all our members of our panel. If you ever want to be a member of our panel, just reach out to us on the Alliance Crib. It is a community show. We do have a lot of the same regular people that enjoy it, people that come on out. But it is open to everybody. We ask you have a headset. If you want to have a camera and show your ugly mug on to the world and do this like I do, well, you can. Or you can have a picture. Just be vocal, be expressive, speak yourself, and we like you out here. We'll be in flux for the next 2 weeks. We'll see how that happens. Just keep an eye on the page. If you guys really want one, just tell us and say, hey, we want to dick around on Christmas. And I'll just say, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thanks for coming out. If we don't see you guys till the new year, have a good one. Hey, or if you want to hit that button for me, since I forgot to log in, the button.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
It says don't press. Hit that. Come on.